I think that did it. Did that do it? Yeah, that did it. Okay, sorry, actually, I think my computer must have updated during the night, so I think that's why it switched off the default microphone settings. So sorry about that. Thank you all for your patience. But anyway, welcome back to Dragon Age 2 with Chaos Counseling. There was had a bit of a personal crisis today that I had to deal with, so I had to take the day off. But, well, got done sooner than was expecting, so I just kind of figured, you know what, I've got a few hours, why not do another Dragon Age live stream, especially since a little behind that, since wasn't able to do any Dragon Age over the past 2 weekends, so yeah. Just to recap, for last time we were here, we are in Act 3. We've done a good chunk of a lot of the different characters. We've done Isabella's side quest, we've done Fenris's. I don't think we've done Varix yet. I haven't done Meryl's, I know that much. I don't think we've done Aveline's yet, but we're going to go do Anders right now. This, if I remember correctly, this is definitively when I truly grow to hate Anders. Wait, what quest is that? Oh. Okay, I forgot about that. I think that's a side quest. Let's quickly check that one off real quick. Unless I have to jump in. I might have to jump in. Yes, I have to jump in. Oh, well, we're still doing it first. But anyway, how's everyone been doing? Since, yeah, I haven't... the first thing I was able to do after you're back was Edge Lord. So, that did limit a hair with just how much I could talk to you guys, but... yeah, I hope you're all doing well. But man, so though, I didn't specify where exactly Abby and I were, other than we were on vacation. But, oh man, there were so many people, like just so many influencers where we were, just constantly had their phone out. It just kind of really made me realize, I'm so glad that, yeah, I know I have a YouTube channel and all that, but I'm so glad I am not like a contact influencer or a park influencer or whatever, because I really just wanted to scream at these guys to shut the fuck up. Because, so Abby and I were at Disneyland, and Disneyland is currently celebrating its 70th anniversary. And good fucking God, there were so many people out with their phones just filming everyone. You know, it's like, please don't film me. But, no, I'm an influencer, it's my job, herp, derp, derp, derp. And I know it's a public place. Well, I mean, okay, it's a private property, I digress. But even like the people who go into public places and film whatever they want, I know it's a public place, but I hate influencers because, yeah, they want to exercise their right to film in a public place, but they want to waive everyone else's rights in the process, you know? But Abby and I were standing in line for It's a Small World because they wrote a new verse for It's a Small World, so the line was actually kind of long. And we had a park influencer standing behind us, and to his defense, his phone was always in first-person mode, so he wasn't filming us against our, you know, without our consent, but God damn it, the moron just kept, like, repeating, like, the same stupid piece of information, like, every 10 seconds. Like, oh yeah, just as a reminder, I'm gonna be blah 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 blah. I'm gonna be blah 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 blah. And again, I get it. With streamers, people come in and out, so I get that you technically need to reiterate the same information over and over, and that's great and all when you're in the privacy of your own home. But when you're shoulder to shoulder in, you know, public, shut the fuck up. We lucked out, like, even though he was, like, one behind us, we weren't in the same boat as him on It's a Small World, so we didn't have to listen to him run his mouth while we were trying to enjoy the park. But, yeah, ironically, a friend of my parents was actually in the park the same time we were, albeit we didn't run into each other. And even he kind of noticed, it's like, okay, guys, you don't always need to have your phone out, you know?
I'm trying something. And I thought you'd want to be part of it.
Because, so like...
You've been right all along. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should
so,
never
for the
have
70th anniversary...
I'm glad you finally understand that.
I can't help mages like this.
That's what I'm looking for.
Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
I've never heard of anyone getting unpossessed.
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters.
Why am I not surprised?
They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me. without killing either.
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
That was going to be my next question.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
What is Drakestone?
The Tevinters used to mine it for their apothecaries. There should still be deposits in the bone pit.
Where would we find Celepetre?
It's a crystal that forms from concentrated manure and urine.
Ew. We can't just buy it somewhere.
It's not used by mages here. There's no reason for any merchant to stock it. I suggest we search the sewers. There's an entrance not far from here in Darktown.
We're not looking for virgin's blood or the tongue of a hanged man or anything, are we?
Well, you know Tevinters. They can't throw a Wintersend party without a human sacrifice or two. But I promise, everything in my research says there's no blood magic involved.
I'm pretty sure I need him in my party for this. So there it is. But so part of the 70th celebration is they were selling these key souvenirs. Like, it's kind of hard to explain them, but like literally, if you want to see them, just Google Disneyland 70th keys, and you'll find pictures of them easily enough. But basically, they kind of had a scavenger hunt set up around the park where you could. Oh, I doubt I can equip that. Yeah, I don't think so. Just basically, there was a scavenger hunt set up around the park that you could take these keys to and put them in these keyholes, and it would then light up, play some music, and then your key would get a symbol added to it based on the different lands around Disneyland. And then once you got all 9, I think it was 9, maybe it was 7, you could then go to a place at the front of the park to put your keys into to unlock, because each key came with a unique collector's pin that you would randomly get based on a different land in the park. So if you did that, yeah, just then your key, now that it has all the symbols, would now play snippets of the music used in park. You know, it was just kind of fun. Well, when Abby and I went to, get ours open, it took us so long to get to the front of the line because the people at the very front of the line were about 4 goddamn influencers who would get their keys open but then block anyone else from moving forward until every one of them pulled their pin out. And the pins were kind of a pain in the ass to get out, and all took selfies with them, so they just ground the entire process to a halt. And I was just like, it's so fucking rude. It's like, you're not the only people in the park. It's like, unlock your key. Like, all 4 of you unlock your key.
We can enter the
and then
sewers
move
from
to the
here to look
fucking
for the
side, you
Celepetre.
pricks.
Are you ready?
And then you keep filming.
Let's go.
Hold your nose. We'll have to get pretty close for me to tell what we're looking at.
Of course we will. Oh, I guess I didn't have to preemptively throw him in the party, but oh well. I mean, I should say, like, despite the brief bit of complaining, we did have a good vacation. Me and Abby really needed that, but it does truly emphasize how much I've really grown to hate just the shift in, like,
I know
the
it isn't
consumption
my
of
place to
media,
criticize,
climate, and the
but
consumption of media within
are
it,
you
you
sure
know?
about Fenris? He seems less a man to me than a wild dog.
You just don't know him.
I know as much as I'm ever likely to.
That's right, Mage.
He has let one bad experience color his whole world. Surely you want someone more open-minded.
Fuck off,
A
Anders.
mage and a hypocrite. What company you keep.
And I'm sorry, Fenris, or not Fenris, Anders, it wasn't one experience colored his entire opinion of mages. Yes, do I think he overgeneralizes? Abso-fucking-lutely. God damn it. Okay, trap disarming has always been a little more finicky in this game than it was in the first one, so I will concede that that was something I do prefer about the first game. But I appreciate Fenris as a character because he's one of the few truly good counterpoints to magic, you know? Because so often in this franchise, it really feels like the developers were heavily taking the side of the mages, which, to be fair, it's easy to understand why. Similar to like the X-Men from X-Men, it's much easier to sympathize with the people who are being persecuted and judged based on how they were born. Something that they had absolutely no control over. And yeah, it can be applied to a lot of things. Like, there's a reason why the X-Men as a comic have endeared as well as they have, is it takes very little to apply it to most people. Anyone who faced any, you know, backlash based on something they had no control over, it can be applied. The problem I have with it is that they overcorrect by showing that most of the people who are anti-mage are usually over-the-top bigoted assholes who just do it because God told me to do, you know? So that's why I really appreciate Fenris, because honestly, given everything he's gone through, you would be afraid of mages, you know? Or you would loathe magic. And I think it's presented very well. Now, like I said, I don't completely agree with the extremes stance he takes, but you understand where he's coming from. Because, how do I put this? Like I said, it's very easy to relate to the mages and subsequently the X-Men from X-Men, but one problem I have always had with the X-Men and subsequently this is it's not a perfect analogy, shall we say. So, the most common comparison that the X-Men get is that they're an allegory for the LGBTQ people. And yeah, I think that's fair.
You do get results.
The problem I do have with a comparison is that, how do I put this?
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
Lots of Christian... Oh, hold on. Lots of Christians treat, you know, gay people like, oh, if we allow them any freedoms, they're going to destroy society as we know it, even if that's bullshit. So subsequently, mages and X-Men in these franchises, it's like, oh, if we leave them unsupervised, they'll use their overwhelming and awesome powers to destroy society as we know it. It's just, unlike LGBTQ plus people, there is some truth to that possibility. Because this is something that we do see in all the Dragon Age games, that there are people that will use their overwhelming powers that mere mortal men can only fathom of to lord it over others, you know? So it's not a perfect analogy. That's why I do appreciate characters like Fenris, and I guess by extension, evil assholes like Venarius, to really show just how there is more to the mage hate than just simple prejudice, if you know what I mean. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's difficult to say. Anytime that you apply something that has real-world ramification, has caused real-world harm, anytime you apply anything remotely fantastical to it, you run the risk of cheapening the impact, if you know what I mean. Because, like, I don't know.
Thank the maker.
Like I said, the problem with using magic or the mutant powers as allegories for, you know, that prejudice is, unfortunately, the mutant powers and the magic here can potentially end the world, you know? And no, being LGBTQ plus will not end the world or society like conservatives would say. Honestly, in a weird way, and I know that this is also kind of a slippery slope, the general prejudice in this world against elves kind of works better as an analogy, you know? Albeit, in this case, you can make the argument that the elves in this world are more of a stand-in for non-white people, but I digress. That is also a pretty slippery slope to get on, you know? Because, yeah, if you try to use elves as an allegory for, you know, black slavery in America or whatever, you run the risk of diluting it by comparing, you know, real-life suffering to something fantastical and magical, you know? I don't know. It's, like I said, it's hard to, let's see.
There's a letter for you.
Thanks, guys.
How the messages never come.
Like I said, I don't have a good answer for that, really. Because, like, I've never played the game. Detroit Being Human, I think that's what it's called. I've heard some people say, because, like, it's apparently used as kind of like an allegory for African-American oppression. But I have actually heard some people say that it's kind of offensive in that front. Don't quote me on that. I haven't played it. While I hear other people say it's a fantastic game with fantastic messages. But the people who say it's offensive is because it likens it to real-world situations, but it doesn't do a good job of properly representing them. Don't know.
We still need the Drakestone.
Again, I haven't played it. I'm not saying I'm not interested in it, but by the same token, it's not one that I'm... Okay, I guess I am saying I'm not super interested in the game, but...
I hope the rest of the dragons haven't heard this place is on the market. Are you ready to go in?
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides.
Sorry, again, for those who wonder specifically why the way I set my parties up is I want my rogues to be within like a one button press, you know? So that's why I normally have Varric in my second place slot, but since... Bitters! So, I don't remember what it was, but something that I actually got in an argument with my siblings when I was really young is I saw a nature show that talked about there was like a certain breed of spider that could hiss.
Looks like a
So when I
Drakestone.
told them that spiders hissed, I was
From the
told I was
deepest
full of
part.
shit, and they didn't believe me. And to be fair, I don't have any clue what breed of spider that even was, so I couldn't even fact check it nowadays. Especially since, yeah, most spiders don't possess anything like vocal cords, so yeah, they couldn't make noises.
Further in.
I don't know, just given the fact that all the spiders in this game, they make that distinct hissing noise when they drop in from the ceiling. I just thought it'd be an interesting memory just to bring back up and talk about. I don't know, I just hate spiders one way or the other. And I really shouldn't. I mean, because it's not like I live in Australia, so I don't have to deal with things like the funnel web spider or any of the super, super, super deadly spiders, you know?
There should be more further in.
I mean, okay, I've got black widows and brown recluse spiders where I'm at, and those are pretty nasty on their own, but
Surprise here for us.
again, not as bad as the who's who of
There should be more further in.
evil arachnids in Australia, but I've always just hated spiders and been afraid of them. But it's also like, it's also one of those, like, I really shouldn't be, because spiders eat flies, and I hate flies more than I hate spiders. And again, that might be a reason why I've actually been a lot more comfortable, because, like, it's always kind of been a thing, but especially now with my current position at work, because I got formally, I don't think I've had a chance to properly announce this on the channel, or at least bring it up in streams. But like a week before we left on our vacation, I got formally transferred to a new department at work, which I have mixed feelings on. Although thankfully I don't hate it as much as I thought I would, albeit I still don't like it either. So I went from working inside buildings and inside vaults. I mean, okay, we still did work outside, but most of the work that I had been doing for the last few years inside vaults and buildings, to literally having to get down in the dirt and mud every day. So I definitely have been around way more arachnids. Hell, I've even been around snakes. Like, one of my coworkers was like, hey, be careful when lying down in the grass around the pipes, because he literally had a snake, like, just glide over his leg while he was working. They weren't venomous snakes by any means, but still, if you're afraid of snakes, that would be pretty traumatic. So I have actually been a bit more okay with, like, the smaller spiders, at least. I still can't handle tarantulas and whatnot, but I digress. And I think a big part of that does have to do with the fact that I did have such a traumatic experience with flies. So I'm like, spiders, you eat flies, you get a pass. And no, I'm not being over dramatic when I say that I had a traumatic experience with flies. It was pretty bad.
Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing. We must discuss it.
Thank you. So, yeah, just... I think I've shared this story in the past on the channel, but like a lot of things, you probably all weren't privy when I did share the story, but Abby and I's first apartment when we were first married was this tiny little one-bedroom apartment that I chose to... Well, despite how bad it was, we did actually have a good feeling, and I would say that I am grateful we stayed in that apartment, because if nothing else, excuse me, it did make us be able to appreciate every apartment we've had since, because of how small and how much that apartment sucked. But anyway, this small apartment, it was in a very old building that was near where my grandma where my grandma did live at the time.
Not right now,
So I knew it was a good neighborhood, forgetting that, not realizing that apartment
There is one
complexes
more
were a
thing I
neighborhood
would
unto
ask of you,
themselves.
Hawk, and I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry without being seen. Will you talk to the Grand Cleric for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What is it you don't want me to see?
I would not tell you my plans, Hawk. You have made it plain where your sympathies lie. I will ask you straight then. Has nothing you've seen changed your mind? Will you help me free the mages of Kirkwall? Or will you stay at the side of the Night Tyrant?
Oh, dear.
Was this ever about you and justice? Or have you lied this whole time?
I lied. There is no potion. But what we have gathered will bring freedom for more than just me and justice. It will help mages throughout Phaedus. In the face of that, one lie means little.
Just because I want you to see this.
What do you need me to do?
You surprised me again, Hawk. I'm glad these years spent ranting haven't been in vain.
Just because I want you to see
I
this, I
promise
am going to
whatever
do it, but
happens, it's on my
this
head.
quest is the reason
will
I
not come back on
fucking
you.
hate Anders.
Go to the Chantry. Talk to the Grand Cleric. I will join you when I'm done.
Because, yeah, I normally tell him to go fuck himself. Because, I mean, it doesn't change what happens. He does it no matter what, but... I know there are so many Anders simps online, but... Fuck. This... what happens here ruins Anders as a character. Anyway. Okay, I can't just go straight to the Chantry. Alright. Wait, why can't I just go straight to the Chantry? It's on the map. Actually, I think it's because there's a scene in front of the Chantry. That's probably why.
It's stuck that way. My face is the least of my concerns right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's been...
Have you located any Canary blades?
This is what I found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
Let's see. No, not what I meant. Is the Chantry again? Right, it's that way.
Though the lands suffer 1,000
Right,
wrongs.
Chanters. Okay, there wasn't a scene in front of the Chantry. Why couldn't I just go straight to the Chantry for this? I don't know. It's weird.
I'll find you as soon as I'm done. Thank you.
Maker's blessing, champion. Have you come to pray?
So, hypothetically, if there were a group of people being brutally subjugated by another, wouldn't the Maker favor the oppressed?
You speak of mages. It's no secret that you count apostates among your friends, Champion. You have done much to fan the flames of rebellion here. We must give Meredith and Orsino time to work out their differences. No good can come of showing favor to one side.
Couldn't you solve this problem if you just spoke out?
How would that help? Both sides make good points. Both have flaws.
I mean, I don't
For 1,000 years,
disagree,
the Chantry has
but
had to find
you're
the
not doing
balance
enough,
between them.
lady. You
That
need to be
hasn't
actively
changed here.
mediating things rather than just coming out and being like, oh, now simmer down. No, you need to be actively forcing discussion, you know? Because again, look, both sides do have good points. I don't disagree with that. It's just not presented well enough. And the way things have been presented as of right now, the mages are... Yeah.
I guess that means you're not ready to disband the Templars and set every mage free.
I feel for the mages, I do. I would not wish to be locked in the gallows.
But yet, you're
But
okay...
I cannot take sides. We are all the Maker's creatures, but magic allows abuses beyond the scope of mortals.
Again, I
I
agree
only
with
hope
that.
I can balance
but
the needs of everyone. For if it comes to war, it is the people of this city who will lose.
again, I
There you
don't...
are. I've been looking for you all over.
Your Grace?
Your soul is troubled, child. I hope you found a balm for it here.
Again, I love this game, but the rush production does mean that the presentation is a lot sloppier than it could have been, you know? Because there does need to be nuance, because it's wrong to oppress the mages, but it's also true that it takes very little for the mages to subjugate and strip the free wills from other people, you know? So, yeah.
I cannot tell you how good it feels for a spirit to fulfill its function. The waiting is over. I am finally seeking justice.
So yeah,
And he
Anders
is
is the
exalted.
one character who
There
does
is
get
no
like...
ecstasy humankind can feel to match.
Are you going to tell me what you did?
How do I put this?
You are Kirkwall's champion. You can better aid our cause in that role than by aligning yourself with me too closely here.
Every time you refuse to tell me, I have to imagine something crazier.
This isn't a fight for sane men. The war will happen. The clock is ticking down. It will be midnight soon.
Honestly, I'm fairly certain that narratively speaking, that was supposed to be like one of the last quests you did before the finale. But I like doing the companion quest first. So, Anders is one of the only characters that can get a costume change without romancing him. Now, it's been a hot minute. Like, I normally say that I normally tell him to go to hell, but that's more of like a more recent development, because before I used to be pro mage 100% outside of like, oh, I'm going to roleplay a self-hating mage, if you know what I mean. But as time has gone on, I've felt what's happening there is a wee bit more nuanced than that. I forgot to deposit that shield when I was at my house. But I don't remember if Anders... Heck, I don't even remember if Anders, like, stays in your party if you refuse to help him. Because I admit it has been a bit since I have played this game. That's a substantial armor spike.
Votes on it. Enough votes and
Lowtown. Hey, Samson.
things are heating up. It's a good time not
That's funny. The night encounter right next to. That's funny. Yeah, that's why I really don't care for the Force Mage, because I really just feel you get better abilities with the Primordial skill tree.
We cannot stand idly by as Meredith oversteps herself at every turn. We shall have a Viscount
Oh
again,
no,
and
your
return
eye line
sanity
glitched,
to
lady.
Kirkwall.
This course is foolhardy. The Knight Commander will kill us all.
Edgard, you do yourself no credit. My father and my grandfather both died defending Kirkwall from aggressors. Meredith is no different. Hawk, Lady Selbrecht, you have my sword.
I warned you.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to start that conversation with her. It just kind of happened. So now we're dealing with both the Templars and the Falpers. Oh boy, I definitely bit off a little more than I could chew.
I'll deal with it.
I don't actually know how much longer I have in this game, because it's not that it's a short game per se, but it's also not the longest in the world.
That's enough.
this attack will cement their conviction. When the time comes, you will have our aid. Take this with our blessings. Everyone, we must go before they send more attackers.
Sweet. I mean, it's not even like what they were talking about was like all that treasonous or anything like that, you know. All they were doing was basically saying, look, we need a Viscount. As of right now, Meredith answers to no one, and that's not a good thing. And it's not a good thing. Hey Meryl, how's it going? Let me think. What else do we got? Yeah, let's do both of these next. All for just one time. Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head, and I was about to start singing it, but I probably shouldn't for copyright reasons. I mean, that doesn't stop me as a whole, but I try. Probably don't try hard enough, but I do try. All for just one. Still doing it. Hey, Thief. How's it going, Thief? It's nice to meet you, Thief. Oh, there's another thief. It must be a thief family reunion. All the thieves done? Okay, well, it's a thief family Well, it's a thief family reunion in heaven. They're in heaven. Because I beat them until they fell to eternal sleep. And seem to find the happiness I seek as I steal all their money that's clenched between their cheeks. Delash Hunter.
Greetings, champion. That is what they call you in your city, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you need something?
Purple Hawk can be such a slut.
I hear there is a criminal hiding among the Dalish. He is not among us. This criminal of yours is set up in a cave away from our camp.
That was kind of
He
him.
said there would be people looking for him, and to tell anyone who asked where he was. I thought the point of hiding was not to be found. He said he didn't want to endanger our people by asking us to lie for him.
That's fair.
Not something you'd expect from a cruel and evil murderer, is it? He'll be waiting for you at the cave. Good luck trying to reach him, however.
Another one. Too many of you shambling around lately.
I've heard the Dalish are hiding an assassin in their camp. Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, I don't remember this character being here in years
It's been a long
past.
time since I've seen you Elvan faces around here. Maybe talk to Variel. She would know.
Too many Shemlin are coming here.
Dalish crafting is second to none.
Ogre! And Herlocks. Hey, Dalish, you know you've got Darkspawn, like, feet away from your camp, right? That seems like something you'd care about, considering you lost 2 people to Darkspawn in the last game. Just saying. Oh, I did not mean to switch to Isabella. Huh.
give away his location. Love doing that.
Okay, sorry. Abby just sent me a text, but it's not an actual text. She's like putting like a shopping list together for cosplay. So she's just like, here, take this just so she has it. Yay, armor for people. So many spiders today. I think that's maybe another problem that this game has with the reused areas. This game relies on spiders a lot. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, the reused areas make sense in the universe because you are revisiting the same areas over and over, because this does take place just in and around Kirkwall, whereas like the other games take place across entire countries, if not the entire world. But the lack of enemy variety is kind of a problem. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first game had Darkspawn and lots of them, but it made sense there'd be Darkspawn everywhere. It's basically like a fantasy zombie apocalypse, if you really think about it. And yes, I know Darkspawn don't spread like zombies, at least not in the traditional sense. But even still. Actually, something I found kind of funny is someone showed me a clip of an interview with George Romero, or is it John? The guy who created Night of the Living Dead. So before Night of the Living Dead, zombies were like individual like corpses brought back through magic, usually voodoo, but I don't think it's exclusive to that. So when yes, we did kill this thing already. So when George Romero created Night of the Living Dead, he was under the impression that he was actually creating like a new type of movie monster. It's just, I think the general public or film critics just called them zombies. Especially since, if I remember correctly, the original Night of the Living Dead actually kept the source of the outbreak somewhat vague. Like, I think the most we got was like a radio broadcast about a meteorite crashing the night before, so it was heavily implied that they were extraterrestrial in origin. But yeah, it was just, they were dubbed zombies by the general public. That zombies went from being, you know, like magically created entities.
I wasn't expecting.
I thought I smelled Antivan leather.
Isabella! If it isn't my favorite pipe.
Hey, Zev!
Shouldn't you be dead by now?
So Zev only shows up here if you don't kill him in the first game.
It seems we were both
I know it's obvious, but still.
Friends, no? How do you do? My name is Zevran Aranai, adventurer and occasional assassin. I must admit, I was waiting for an assault by the Crows, not the mighty champion of Kirkwall.
I thought you'd be taller.
Ah, let me guess. A man named Nuncio has asked you to capture a dangerous killer, yes? What did he say this time? That I killed his wife, butchered his parents, sold his children into slavery? Or did he tell you he was a lawman from Antiva, charged with apprehending a ridiculously handsome fugitive?
He also said you were a wanted murderer.
Oh, indeed I am. But technically, I imagine everyone here can rightfully claim that title.
I mean,
Bring
again,
me
you're
to
not
Nuncio
wrong.
if you wish, but I warn you, he surely intends to kill you. The crows do not like loose ends, unlike myself. But you are a woman who can clearly handle herself, yes? Hmm? Why worry? So, you can either tie me up, gag me, and then manhandle me. Or you can take me to Nuncio. Which will it be, I wonder?
You know him best. What do you think?
I've had better.
I meant about letting him go or not.
Oh, right. I'd let him go.
I'm not going to hand you over to someone who lied to me.
As a suggestion, you might wish to deal with Nuncio. If you don't, he will only come after you. It's been more than a pleasure, my dear champion. Fare you well.
Yeah, I'll talk more about. So yeah, you can absolutely flirt with Varric and not Varric, Zevran. And if you and Isabella were in a romance, you could actually end up having a threesome with Zev. I mean, honestly, in the first game, depending on the choices you made, you could actually end up having a four-way with Zevran, Isabella, and either Alistair or Liliana. Actually, if you do end up having a...
I let your assassin go. Was I not supposed to do that?
You had him? And you let him go? I am thoroughly disappointed. No one fails the crows and lives.
Ah, poor stupid Nuncio. The crows do like that saying, but I am living proof it's a lie. Why they insist on thinking they can kill people like you and the Warden, I will never guess.
Let me tell you, it's a burden I bear on a daily basis.
You are nothing but a traitor and a coward, Zevran. You'll die here.
That's a great visual.
Yes, well, let's see how that works out for you.
Because, yeah, in the first game, if you had romanced Liliana and you had pardoned Liliana, and you have to be, I think you have to be a woman to do that because of how some of the scripts work. And when you talk to Isabella for the first time and she teaches you how to be a duelist, if you have Liliana in your party, you romanced her and pardoned her, and Zevran is in your party, and Oghren, Liliana and Zevran propose having a foursome, basically. And again, if you're playing a female warden and you romance Liliana, the idea of 3 women together causes Oghren to pass out just because he can't handle like 4 women. Ugh. It's gross. I know, you know, it's a guy fetishizing lesbians, but it's also really funny. So, I don't know.
Excellent.
I'm not a woman. I'm not a lesbian.
Killing my
so
former brothers in arms is oddly satisfying.
if that's too much for,
Little
I
reward to
respect
offer you,
it.
champion, but perhaps this will serve
I
as a
still
token
can't
of
help
my
but laugh at it
thanks.
a little bit.
My dear Isabella, it has been a delight to see you again. You travel in fine company.
That's it? You're leaving? What about sex?
Ah, Isabella, I did so miss you.
I do love just
That's
how
because you
blatant
have
she is.
piss poor aim. Thankfully, you have other uses.
That girl has curious standards.
Are we sure he was part of a guild of assassins?
Again, I do love the fact that Isabella is just like, wait, what about sex? We both like having sex with each other. I don't know. It's, again, well, it's not something I'd ever really understand completely. Just basically 2 people who are close enough to know it's like, yeah, we're friends. We're nothing deeper than that, but we like having sex with each other. I don't know. It's a concept I'll never get, but I'm like, it's interesting. 1 second. I'm going to go grab my tub of red vines real quick.
Hold there!
Who are you?
The name's Evitz. As in Evitz Marauders. The folk you killed a few years back. Now you're going to die for what you've done. That's enough out of you!
So, Evitz, there was a quest you can do in Act 2 where you find like a group of guardsmen pinned down and you can come to their rescue. They were pinned down by Evitz Marauders. And that's Evitz, right? And that was Evitz right there.
You there. Did my love send you? Will you take me to him?
Beg your pardon?
Either your father didn't give me the whole story, or I really, really hope you're talking about someone else.
Fainriel, the man of my dreams. These brutes intended to take my maidenhood. As they argued about who would go first, I fainted. Then Fainriel spoke to me in a vision and told me not to fear. When I awoke, the men had slain one another. Please take me to Fainriel. I want to thank him properly.
I'm sorry, but I have no way to locate him.
You there. Did my love send you? Will you take me to him?
I come at your father's request.
Fainriel. Please take me to Fainriel. I want to thank him properly.
Find him on your own.
Oh, okay. I just talked to her before the bandit leader could show up, so. I forgot there was this kind of follow-up on Fainrail in this game. Still, Fainrail, I mean, again, I get it. Fainrail can remain tranquil. So, I imagine they had some difficulty being like, how to...
I must wait a bit longer for my love. Oh, thank you for your aid. I will fight my way.
So, yeah, it's a little creepy that she has become that obsessed with Fainrail, and I highly doubt...
In my dreams. Fainriel,
I highly doubt he did that on purpose. To, like, break her mind and make her a sex slave or anything like that. But it is concerning that Fainrail could just make all the guys kill each other, you know? That's all the more reason I'm like, Fainrail needed to be followed up in a more meaningful way, you know? That is, because that really is the big problem I have with... I love Dragon Age, I love Mass Effect, but... they really can only give you so much creative choice, if you know what I mean, before they have to start ignoring things for the sequels in order to make sure they don't have to make one game that's technically like 12 different variations of the game, you know?
We're surrounded by nothing for as far as the eye can see. Why do we keep coming here?
I'm pretty sure I just picked up a Kunari sword. I kind of looked down, then I only kind of saw it in a flash. We're just going to backtrack just to make sure I hit everything up. Actually, well, no, I can exit the other way, so no, we're going to do a quick backtrack. Elf route. Elvis route. Sec. Thank you. I'd want to search Sac.
Sorry.
Wait, what? Interesting. No, stop it. Stop it. Sorry, my phone's acting up. Just trying to clear a notification.
We're good to...
Talvashov, probably? Oh, corpses. Okay. I did not see that coming.
Worry about.
Huzzah, Kaluk-Kalay. Oh, no, more corpses. Corpses on the highway. Maybe this is the highway to hell. Wait, does that say median or is that like, oh dear. Like a spirit median, or is that supposed to be like a name that I'm not remembering?
That's not too. I'm not ready to meet my
Well, we won by the skin of our teeth, so that's good. So, yeah, I won't complain. I could, but I won't. Right, the shop. I didn't think you had anything to say, but I just want to double check. Fog it.
In a strange place.
Ooh, she doesn't have enough decks.
Tell me about it.
Well, that's about it, Sonny Jim.
Well, woof to you too. Ruff, ruff.
Okay, we're just stuck with that forever. Lovely.
No attacks, no disasters, no out of control enchantments.
To the gallows! To the shallows of the gallows! Hopefully it won't be too hallows!
Welcome back, my friend. My store has never been better stocked, thanks to you. Although I have nothing else to ask you to find, you're quite welcome to bring back any rare specimens you may come across. I'd be more than happy to craft something just for you. It's the least I can do for the champion of Kirkwall.
I took this fire gland from a high dragon just outside the city.
You killed a high dragon? Incredible. Let me see the fire gland.
It was either her life or mine. I chose mine.
And that I am glad to hear. This fire gland is a remarkable specimen. Wait here. I know exactly what I can craft from this.
5 seconds later.
This turned out beautifully. Something worthy of our champion. I hope you can put it to good use.
I like this guy. Okay, I don't remember. What is the tooth? There we go. Yes, please. Like I said, I like that for the most part, despite all the DLCs and despite everything else, they did still make the champion gear, and I think that tooth is technically part of the champion gear, still the best armor you could get, just so Hawk can wear the armor that was designed just for them and still be powerful, you know? Let me in. Let me in. I think this is our first time physically in the gallows, because we did come here in Fainrill's dream, but we haven't actually been here
welcome.
yet.
Always a pleasure. And may I say, that outfit was a wise choice.
There was an incident within the gallows. A number of phylacteries were destroyed, and several mages took the opportunity to escape. We've recovered most of the fugitives. However, I require your assistance in tracking down the last 3.
See, this is another almost good quest to help us side with the Templars. I say almost because it still could be better.
Several of my own Templars orchestrated the escape, presumably out of sympathy for the mages. They turned their backs on their duty and endangered their charges, as well as the city. Thankfully, most who escaped fled to their families and offered no resistance. The last 3 are proving more difficult.
Since you're turning to me, should I assume the Templars all suddenly disappeared?
The apostates are being sheltered by their families. Some have been reluctant to talk to Templars, but you are another matter. The people of Kirkwall trust you, champion. They will be more honest for you than for us.
I'll see what I can do.
I am relieved. I was expecting resistance after that debacle at the market. Talk to these mages' families. Learn where they are hiding, and find them before they do harm. You will see that imprisonment or death is sometimes the only kindness we can offer. Speak to my assistant, Elsa. She can tell you whatever you need to know about the fugitives. I bid you good day, champion.
Because again, honestly, that was a perfectly reasonable conversation with Meredith. And if we'd gotten that before we'd gotten more examples of her being a crazy zealot...
Good day, champion of Kirkwall.
I don't know.
Knight Commander Meredith has informed me that you will be tracking down the apostates on behalf of the Templars. There are 3 of them. Huon, Emile, and Evelina.
Why does Meredith have a tranquil assistant?
The Knight Commander believes tranquil mages to be efficient and single-minded. I, in particular, am extremely organized.
Oh, free Slaylet labor, great.
I want to hear about Huon.
Huon is an elf. He was apprehended in the alienage 10 years ago. His wife, Nisa, works for a dressmaker in Lowtown.
I really hate
Have
this
the
one
Templars
quest.
spoken to her?
Yes. Nisa insists she has not seen Huon since he joined the Circle.
Tell me what you know about Emile.
The second apostate is Emile de Lancey, 5th son of the Comte de Lancey. The de Lanceys have a home in Hightown, but are often out during the day. They are generally home by evening.
What have they said to the Templars?
The Comte and Comtesse say they have not seen Emile since he was a child.
What do you know about Evelina?
Evelina was trained for 8 years in the Circle in Ferelden. She was last seen in her former residence among the refugee community in Darktown.
How did she come to be in Kirkwall?
Evelina claims to have fled the Blight, not the Circle. She presented herself to the first Enchanter on her arrival and asked to take her place here. Our files indicate she petitioned Meredith for financial support of numerous Blight survivors.
I have all the information I require for now.
Good luck on your search, champion of Kirkwall.
Because again, honestly, these quests are another great example to make you realize mages are kind of a problem. It's just... How do I put this? I wish this came a little closer to the climax. Since these are actual circle mages. Well, but then again, you could make the argument that even though they're circle mages, they were pushed to this by the... It's complicated. Like I said, there is nuance to be had in this game, and I do think this game is still good. But as I get older and as I get, you know, better at analyzing this sort of thing, I'm starting to realize, I'm like, wait, okay, maybe that's not as good as I thought. Wait, maybe that could have... Yeah.
All mages are confined to their quarters.
Champion, it seems you've become less a friend to the Templars in the years since your ascent. But surely you're the only mage in Kirkwall who can approach the Knight Commander directly if you wished. What would you have of me?
Everyone says the Knight Commander's gone crazy. Are you still behind her?
The people ask too much of her. She needs a spine of iron to survive her position.
I don't disagree with that per
I've seen
se.
madness before. I saw Uldred's eyes when there was nothing human left in them. The Knight Commander. She is not there yet. But I do not have to ask where the rumors come from.
If it comes to war with the mages, whose side do you think the Grand Cleric will take?
She is bound by faith and duty to support the Templars. We have dominance over mages by divine right. But it is cruel how she leads them on, letting them think they might have a chance at rebellion.
I just wanted to see how an old friend is doing in this difficult time.
After what happened in Ferelden, I told myself I would never again question the purpose of the Order. But it grows harder each day to tell whether I'm serving the Templars or only the Knight Commander. It may be that they are no longer one and the same.
Okay, I will say Cullen, despite the crap he gets from the fans.
I know you supported the first Enchanter when he spoke out against Meredith. I hope you will be ready.
That's what I'm looking for. He's another decent example of people with a legitimate reason to hate. Mages, it's just... he can be kind of a dick about it at times. Well, both he and Fenris can be kind of dicks about it at times. Okay, we're gonna do this one first because it's probably the worst of these three, and it's like, oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't say worst, but most, I don't know, gut-wrenching, most, oh shit, maybe the Templars have a point. Sorry, I love just being able to have Hawk, you know, spin their staff around. I think it's fun.
Scary.
Yes, I'm very easily entertained.
Oh, greetings, Miss Eyre. My mistress is away seeing to a customer, but she will be back shortly. I can take your measurements if you wish to have a dress made.
I'll only wear dresses that are absolutely festooned with ruffles.
Good
Hawk.
choice. Perhaps it is best if you wait for my mistress.
You could tell me about your husband, Huon. That would be helpful.
When the Templars came, I told them the truth. I hadn't seen Huon in 10 years. But after they left, he came to me. He wanted me to hide him. I used to dream of him returning, but not like this. He's changed, and I don't know him anymore. I sent him away.
Did he hurt you?
Only broke my heart.
How has Huon changed?
He was obsessed with showing everyone true elven power. He frightened me.
Did you see him use any magic? Perhaps blood magic?
I don't know. I don't think he used magic on me.
So you hadn't seen him since he left you?
Huon didn't leave me. He was taken away.
Yeah.
When the Templars found out he was a mage, they chained him and dragged him from the alienage, in front of everyone. Now I'm trapped in this sham. Married, but with no husband and no future.
Good riddance. You don't need to be tied down to some man.
If he had been himself, I would have taken him back gladly. But Huon said he would return to take me away from this forever.
Empty promises.
I don't know what he means, and I am afraid of him, Miss Eyre.
Would it help if I returned? I'll make sure you're safe.
I would be grateful. Huon said he would come to the alienage soon, at nightfall. Are you going to arrest him? I think he needs help. Maybe the Circle will be able to heal whatever troubles him.
That's a terrible mindset, since I'm just going to throw this out there. It's pretty clear that the Circle is what drove him to this point. Again, this is... I do think this is explored decently in this game, but specifically it's like the Circle is not inherently a bad thing. The problem is it went from being something that could genuinely help people to, yeah, just becoming cruel and... yeah. Oh, that's right. That ring I got...
Is this for me? It's beautiful.
Do you know what it is? Well, I thought so right up until you asked me that.
It's Sylvanwood. Rare as diamonds. You only find it in very old, very wild places.
The carvings tell a story of the betrayal. The dread wolf tricking all the gods away from the world.
Start at the beginning. What happened to the gods?
Long ago, there were two clans of gods. The Creators looked after the people. The Forgotten Ones preyed upon us. And one god who was neither. Fan Harel, the Dread Wolf. He was kin to the Creators, and in the old days often helped them in their endless war against the Forgotten Ones.
By the way, for those who don't know, Fan Harel becomes beyond important to the story in the next two games. In fact, the fourth Dragon Age game's working title was Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
I assume he got tired of helping.
That he did. Fan Harel was clever. He could walk among both clans of gods without fear, and both believed he was one of them. He went to each side and told them the other had forged a terrible weapon, a blade that would end the war. He told the Creators it was forged in the heavens, and the Forgotten Ones that it was hidden in the abyss. And when the gods went seeking it, he sealed them both in their realms forever. Now he alone is left in the world.
Betrayal sounds bad. Next time, I'll go with flowers.
It's not bad, exactly. This was made for a keeper, you see. Guarding a clan from the Dread Wolf is a keeper's place. It's a very sweet memento, thank you.
Love you, Meryl. You're very, very misguided at times, but I love you. We're no strangers to love. Okay, now I've got freaking the Rickroll stuck in my head now. I don't know why. I keep different songs getting stuck in my brain. It's annoying, to say the very least. Oh boy. Yeah.
Huan.
Hush, love. Don't be afraid. Your blood will bring new life to our people.
I hate that we can't do anything to help her.
She was so beautiful.
Again, I really feel this is probably the most we get in terms of, like, another good example of magic is bad, since he freaking murdered his own wife for this.
Someday I'd like to go 1 week without meeting an insane mage. Just 1 week.
I'm a visionary. I've seen our destiny. I know what fate holds for the elves.
Uh-huh.
The humans keep us down because they're afraid of the magic within us. Look at the magic Lisa held inside her. She was just afraid to use it.
It's always the same. Always.
Boy, doggo, help. We did it? Oh. That's how we get the boots of the champion. That one's gotta be worn by Meryl. I'll equip it next time she's in the party. Cool. Now I got the cool. We're just missing the helmet of the champion, I think, but since I always keep the helmets toggled off anyway, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So we're gonna also swing by Gamlen's house real quick, because there's a quest we can do at Gamlen's house that I actually really like. I just don't know if it's available yet. Oh dear, what if I... okay. Actually, now that I think about it...
Single-handedly saved the city from...
Yeah. Right, I need to, what's what I'm looking for? I get a letter to trigger that one. Okay, we're gonna save... I forget his name. I think it's Emil. We're gonna save him for last for a few reasons.
Take
We got nothing here you'd want. Get back to Hightown and leave us alone.
You're a little young for a blood mage. And I thought Evelina was a girl's name.
I'm not Evelina. I'm Walter. Evelina was our friend. She was our mother. Evelina found us when the Darkspawn came, when our parents died. She made sure we got to Kirkwall safely.
I miss her.
But when she went to join the Circle here, they called her apostate for leaving the tower in Ferelden. They locked her up.
That sucks.
What was she expecting? Welcome. Here's a bag of gold for your urchins.
Do you think we deserve to live like this? Evelina just wanted to give us the lives we would have had at home. But when she came back to us, the Templars followed her.
The Templars made Evelina angry. They made her change. It wasn't her fault. When it was over, she was ashamed. She ran into the tunnels and hid.
Shut up, Cricket. Don't tell them that.
Evelina's in the sewer tunnels.
You can't go there. She'll know we told you and she'll be angry at us.
Angry? I didn't like when she got angry. We have to hide.
Cricket!
I've always wondered, I'm like, is Cricket his name or is that just a nickname? If so, where'd he get it? And what is his real name? that. Okay. Okie dokie. And the fact that there's shades already know that you already means that you know something's gone wrong. This one's good. Okay, sorry. Oh, more fighting.
Anything interesting happening around town?
Sorry, my older brother is getting married, and my dad wants to take us suit shopping tomorrow night, which is not great for me, since due to the simple fact that I have to get up really early in the morning to drive to work, since I have to commute since I work in construction. So I'm just like, okay, look, it kind of depends entirely on how long it will take. I try to be in bed by 8 o'clock every night, at least including weekdays anyway, so I can get the proper amount of sleep before I have to wake up. But both can't be up until 7. Okay, if it's gonna take a bunch of hours, then no, I'm not tomorrow. Isabella, are you broken? Yeah, again, just watching Isabella move. This is definitely the most fun from a visual standpoint to play a rogue at. Well, okay, I've only ever played a mage in Veilguard and Abby played a warrior, so I haven't seen what how the rogues control in Veilguard. So maybe it'll be just as fun in that game, but it is just such a shame there is such an oversaturation of rogues in this game. Because it's damn fun to play as one in this game in particular. Okay. Ow. Well, if she's only been down here for a few days, she managed to set these traps up pretty quick.
What are you doing here?
I thought if we warned her about you, she wouldn't be angry. But then she...
Walter!
She's coming! Run!
There you are. Don't run from me, Walter. You know those are the rules.
I do think, like, I could be wrong, but they gave her the same haircut as your mother. And I think they kind of made her look vaguely like your mother, and I think that was deliberate, since...
Funny. In my house, we always felt running away from violent mad women was a good thing.
I don't know where I was
These
going
are
with
my
that.
children. You and your kind abandoned them. You're Ferelden, like us. But you feast on sweetmeats while your people starve in the Undercity. On you, traitor. And on the pathetic...
It was that sent you. Kirkwall should be mine. Then my children will have a whole city to play in.
Isabella. Please tell me.
Understand. Evelina loved us. She saved us. Why would she try to hurt us now?
She went insane. Looking after 10 children will do that to a person. Or it could have been the demon.
You didn't have to kill her. There must have been another way.
Well, she
I just don't know what we'll do now.
Give me a choice.
Take this, and use it wisely.
Thank you, Miss Eyre. I should go buy some food for the others. They've been hungry for a long time.
Wait, what are the two different quests here? Oh. I didn't realize I'd found a HQ. This might be for the followers of her. It might be a different, one of those quests, though. Okay. Cool. Oh, really? I was expecting like a magic weapon reward from killing the mage. At least I'm assuming that was the mage. But they'll take possible better weapon. Nope, not a possible better weapon for Fenris. I really need to work on Isabella's dex. I don't know, it might be worth my time to invest in getting one of those reset potions from the Black Emporium to give to Isabella just so I can get her dex where I need it. And then reallocate the rest of her skill points.
These wide open spaces are terrible for evading guards.
Since I never go into the Blooming Rose unless I'm required to, I wouldn't know anything about that.
You look lovely tonight, my lady.
Oh, you are too kind. I am so honored to have the champion in my home. I will call for refreshments. Talia? Oh, she is so slow, this girl. Come, let us chat while we wait.
Sounds good. Oh, yeah.
You're extremely cheery for a woman whose son is wanted by the Templars.
Emile? Oh, yes. The Templars were asking about our poor boy recently. I haven't seen Emile since he was taken to the Circle. He was just 6. You can tell the Templars not to worry. I am sure Emile will turn himself in soon. He is a good boy.
I was going to say, if if the Circle at least allowed visitors,
you should have told the boy
this,
to throw himself at the mercy
the Circle
of the
wouldn't be so bad, in my opinion, you know.
Don't darling me, Dulcie. He's been telling people he's our son, that you gave him gold.
Guillaume, darling, we have guests.
Don't stop on my account. This is fascinating.
I didn't mean to lie to you, champion. I barely saw Emile. I didn't think it was worth mentioning. I gave him some money. Not too much. He said he wanted to start a new life.
New life? His new life is spent in low-town taverns, getting drunk on cheap wine. It's a wonder the Templars haven't found him yet. Help us, please, champion. Emile is not a blood mage, just a foolish boy. Don't let the Templars kill him.
Blood mage? Oh, Guillaume, don't say that.
Please, save my son's life.
It looks like the Comtesse is in greater danger of expiring at the moment.
Yes, Dulcie. She's high-strung. An acquaintance spied Emile in the Hanged Man not long ago. He should still be there.
The Hanged Man? Oh, but that place is filthy.
Come, Dulcie. Perhaps you should lie down.
Always bring Varric. This scene's funny.
Oh, but the Hanged Man is so filthy.
It is filthy.
They are so Orlesian.
Yeah, I love having these 3 here for just that reaction. Then again, I think these 3 are probably my favorite characters in this game, besides maybe Meryl. I'd put Meryl. Like, if Hawk wasn't here, I'd probably use Meryl, Fenris, Varric, and Isabel as my cast. I mean, I still love Aveline, but Actually, now that I think about it, because how much I like Fenris, I've never used Aveline as part of my main party, since I always just use Fenris as my warrior.
Let's finish this!
Fenris's Monsoon? Fenris, buddy, you got anything?
I am yours.
I know, that's sweet, Fenris. What a loser.
Emile de Lancey?
Wow. Are you a mage? Because you just magicked my breath away.
As a matter of fact, I am a mage.
So am I. Some people say I am a blood mage.
Oh dear God.
I'm dangerous. I bet you like
Oh
danger,
my
don't you?
God.
Can I kill him yet? He's hurting me.
The fool doesn't understand how to lay low.
Round of drinks on me. I'm Emile, as you know. And you are.
Feeling very sorry for you. I'm also helping the Templars hunt a mage named Emile de Lancey. And here you are.
Oh, buggery. I know what this is about. I'm not a blood mage, all right? I started that rumor because I thought it would make me sound dangerous and suave.
What an idiot.
Ugh.
I've only told people in the tavern, and only women. You don't understand. I've been in the circle since I was 6. 6! For 20 years I was locked up. I never had a real drink or cooked something for myself. Never stood in the rain or kissed a girl. I just wanted to live a little.
Yeah, I kind of get
If
that.
you're going to kill me, do it. I'd rather die drunk.
Emile wants to live a little. Why don't you give him a hand, Isabella?
You don't mean... no. No! He's revolting. I do just fine whoring myself out without your help, thanks.
I still had to.
Did you really escape the circle so you could kiss a girl?
Well, not just that. I've read so much about the other things you can do with girls.
This is an act. The mage makes himself out to be harmless.
I just don't want to die a virgin.
You can't run. The Templars will find you eventually.
I'll make you a deal, all right? Give me one night. Just one night. One of the tavern girls, Nella, agreed to lie with me. I even paid for a room. Please, let me have this. You can take me back in chains after.
Why don't you start small? And leave the chains for when you're more experienced.
Huh?
Oh, just go do whatever. Well?
I'm not going to tell you about it. Ah, that was utterly worth it. Back to the Templars.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, Meredith's probably going to make him tranquil, maybe. I don't know.
A face to forget, but do I know you, Canary?
Talvashoth, once of the Wounded Coast. I had left my fellows.
Okay,
You
I
convinced
thought
me
I
to
hadn't
turn
actually
on them.
spoken to you, because I turned a
It was
question on,
long
but I didn't
ago.
actually...
I am now Maras, mercenary of Kirkwall. Time has been kind to your name, champion.
Does Maras mean something?
It means nothing. I have no role, except for what I choose.
Is that good or bad?
It just is.
So, interested in some work?
Yes, but not with you.
Why?
I do not work for those with titles. They do not have jobs, they have causes. When you stand for more, more stand against you.
I'm surprised to see any Kunari or Talvashoth in the city.
The Kunari died with the Arishak, as they believed they were meant to. Many Talvashoth were also killed, just in case. Time has calmed those fears. Now I am hired as much for my appearance as my skill. Life is comfortably empty. I see the appeal.
Farewell, then.
Panehedan, Sira Hawk.
I always wondered if there was supposed to be more from him, you know? I don't know. I just feel like... Actually, I don't really know how I feel like. I just feel... Yeah, okay, no, I still don't know how I feel. So I'm going to divert from that thought process. Ugh, excuse me. All right, let's go check in with Mama Mad Woman Meredith. Sorry, I'm crashing into things because I'm looking.
I'm led to believe that both Huon and Evelina are dead. Unfortunate, but necessary. Emile de Lancey, however, turned himself in. Rather happily, I might add. I would have had him executed immediately. But the boy's father made an impassioned appeal on his behalf. What say you, champion? Do you believe Emile to be dangerous?
He was never a danger to anyone but himself.
Very well. Emile will keep his life, though I will watch him closely.
At least this is over.
I bid you good day, champion.
Alright. What's available now? Merrill. No, go back. Got it. There might also be letters back at my house. So let's find out. Right, I gotta leave here first and then... Yeah, alright. Sounds good. there is a letter. There are letters. Oh, hey, Aveline. How's it going?
Here, boy. I've something to wet your teeth on.
You're the best, Aveline.
Freshly confiscated mutton just for you. Have at it. Just checking on my best guardsman. He's helping the men to learn healthy respect and how to run.
Okay, that whole thing, the coddling the men or whatever, that is, I'm pretty sure that is Aveline's personal quest. Yeah, that's Aveline's quest for... Okay, ignore best served cold. Because that's story advancement. Because... we've done a favor for Meredith. The next best served cold is we're doing favors for Orsino. Okay. Let's go talk to Meryl so we can get her quest.
Lethalon, I need to ask something of you. I thought the Arulin home would be the last thing I needed, but the Illuvian still won't work. I think I have to go back to the spirit that helped me at the start of all this.
Nothing bad ever comes from summoning demons.
That's why I need you to come with me. I've called to the spirit, but he doesn't seem to hear. He was sealed in an artifact on Sundermount. I have to look for him there. But if things go wrong, if he possesses me, I need you to strike me down.
You want to summon a demon that may possess you, then have me kill you? How is that a plan?
Please do this for me. There's no one else I trust. I need you, Lethalon. I'd never forgive myself if someone else got hurt because of me.
If you're determined to do this, then I'll come with you to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Saranas, you've no idea what a relief that is. The demon is sealed in a cave on Sundermount. The sooner we get this over with, the better.
There's another. Meryl. Wait, so that's separate. Okay.
Oh, Hawk. Come in. I was just... Am I crazy?
Yes, but in a good way.
I thought the rule in a home would fix everything. The mirror would work and everything would be right again. But I keep dreaming of Paul's face. Everyone that I care for thinks I'm a monster.
I don't think you're a monster, Meryl.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You've been so good to me. I'll find a way to make this up to you, Lethalon. That's a promise.
Hanged Man first. Because Varric's got a quest for us.
It's 3 bits for a mug.
What? You think
I found this
Varric.
amazing
Oh,
hat
Varric.
shop in Lota.
Trying to talk to Varric. There we go.
Got a minute, Hawk? I know this is ancient history, but remember that Hightown house Bartrand barricaded himself in? No point in keeping a house for a dead man. I've been trying to get rid of the place for ages now.
I can only imagine there's a huge market for the homes of deranged killers.
Well, the creepy sort of people who are interested are generally not the ones with the coin to take it off my hands. I found a minor noble in Ravane who bought the place sight unseen. But now there's a problem. They say the place is haunted.
Of course it is.
Bartrand's atrocities must have weakened the barrier between this world and the Fade.
Maker, I hope not. I don't think I can fix the veil through applied use of force. They've noticed some minor problems. Voices whispering in the walls, apparitions, things moving on their own. My hope is it's a relic Bartrand brought back from the Deep Roads. We smash it, and the haunting stops.
Very well. We'll investigate the mansion. Again.
Thanks, Hawk. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Like everything from eating.
Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages have fled to Ferelden, and you have intervened to protect them, as if it is your right to do so. What other answer did you expect, your majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts, as should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Well, that was awkward.
Hi,
And
Alistair.
that's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really? Kirkwall brutality must rip the skin off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle. Sort of.
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only sort of his uncle.
So, you're a king now. Moving up in the world.
Isabella, right? You look different.
Yeah, she's been
Don't we all?
redesigned.
I was hoping we could talk. Would have been better timing before being emasculated by Meredith, but I'm not picky.
Things are looking up. It's not often I get called on to meet with foreign leaders.
I know you came here from Lothering. A Ferelden refugee that did well for herself. Against all odds. I have to admit, I was hoping your influence in Kirkwall might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount here, however, there's only the Knight Commander to deal with.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel the same way about mages as the Chantry does. So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
Sounds like the Circle is better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle. I can only deal with mages outside the Circle, of which there aren't many.
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Ha! Easier said than done.
Perhaps some things are better left alone.
We'll see what comes of it.
Ferelden had a blight to contend with, remember? We're not exactly at our strongest.
What do you need me to do?
Sadly, it may be too late. Meredith got wind of my arrival sooner than I'd hoped. What you can do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Just me standing between the city and disaster, huh?
I've been there. Trust me, it isn't pretty. Well, I suppose we should be getting back.
We should. The hero of Ferelden should be back in Denerim by now.
You're always so formal. She has a name, you know.
Well, I mean, they can't actually say the name out loud, can they? So... Okay, you know what, hold on, let me save. Sorry, the game is acting like especially choppy today. So, I just want to make sure that I don't have a crash midstream and lose a lot of progress. I mean, this game's pretty good about auto-saving, but you never know.
You have no Viscount. It's clear you're suffering without sufficient leadership.
That doesn't grant default authority to you or your commander.
It would be easier if you cooperated.
Wouldn't it?
Guard, Captain.
Trouble?
Yes. He's been hounding me. These Templars strut around as it is, but now it's just out of hand.
He could be fishing for a less strenuous position here in the barracks.
Well, he won't be getting one from me.
That's not what Cullen has heard.
What are you talking about?
That you coddle your men. It's all lies, of course, but it's out there.
No wonder the Lieutenant was harassing me. Bastards. If they think I'm coddling anyone, it'll be my husband, Donnic. You and I will intercept his patrol tonight. Then you can see for yourself if I'm coddling him, or any in my command.
Well, I could do with a breath of fresh air.
Good, because there's no way I would let this go. Cullen wants to know if these things are true. You'll be able to tell him. Donnic's patrol, Hawk. Me and you, tonight. Accuse me of being soft. Not in this lifetime.
Let's go hit some shit. Yeah, like, it's Templars that are everywhere now, not city guards. Abilene, you're right there. Favor and fault. Oh, that stretch felt really good. I am not gonna lie.
Let's see what his patrol consists of.
You know, I do wonder, given that you can flirt with Aveline, well, then again, maybe flirting with her is how she and Donick don't end up getting married. I don't know. But given that you can flirt with Aveline when, during her quest to court Donick, I wonder if Aveline was at some point planned to be romanceable.
Or is it always champion now? You're too much of a chameleon, my friend.
I didn't expect to find you so deep in bandits.
A good day, to be sure. I'll be sore tomorrow, but it was my choice. Tell me what's going on.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Every guard chooses the patrol they want. My wife promotes from the bold, not the reckless. Action is up, casualties are down. It is remarkable. As are you, love.
Thank you. That will do.
Another time, Sir Hawk. Safe travels.
That should be sufficient. Take that to the Templar.
Indeed. Let's go talk to Cullen.
We're gonna put an end to you right here, right now. Fenris is definitely approved.
That was beautiful!
I don't know why, but I keep forgetting I can't jump. Well, no, it's because I've been playing
Champion,
where you can jump a lot.
And you are with the captain. None too happy about the accusations against her, I'm sure.
You could say that.
I have successfully wasted my time, and there is no merit to the claims.
As I suspected.
Then why press this?
Some feel that the solution to the current crisis of leadership is to consolidate authority. As long as these complaints continue, baseless or not, they will serve as justification for eliminating the position of guard captain. It would be the simplest fix, whether or not I agree.
Just point me in the right direction, and I'll get you some peace and quiet.
I have no answers for you other than to say that all of the complaints have come from Lowtown.
Guardsman Brennan is on that patrol. Why wouldn't she tell me of this?
I don't know, but I do apologize for the assumptions of this incident, Guard Captain. It has been unfortunate.
It's not done. To Lowtown, Hawk. I need to speak to Brennan.
Guardsman Brennan. I don't know if she's ever called by name, but Guardsman Brennan is the female guard we've seen show up in a couple of Aveline's quests. It was followers of Sheen, not followers of her.
Let's finish this!
Okay, cool. Just got access to that one.
Guardsman! Why did a Templar have to tell me there is unrest in this district? What's going on?
Better make it good.
It's Captain Jevon. I didn't report his return because I'm ashamed for him. He's trying to rile the guards against you, but none of us will follow him. You lead better than he ever did.
We've made so many enemies. I don't remember him as that impressive.
He deserves to be forgotten. He abused his position and blamed me when we caught him.
He was well liked by some, but not once the truth was known.
Well, let's go have a chat with the man.
The guards will have nothing to do with him. So he found others. Militia. Mostly anti-Ferelden. The same kind who were against the Canary. I guess it's been long enough they've forgotten how many the Champion killed.
A rally against the tyranny of the Guard and foreigners who infest Kirkwall.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Return to the barracks. The rally is in Darktown, Hawk. I need to be there.
I agree. Let's quickly take care of the followers of her, though. Just because I know I'll forget otherwise. Oh, followers of she. I keep saying Just script alley or just whatever alley. An alley. Followers of Shia. I don't know. So I don't know if it's like this for you guys, but my feed, so yeah, it's a desire demon. That's... Not what I would have expected the desire demon to be named, but okay.
That's enough!
I'd say, I'm like, I'd better be able to loot the damn demon. Huh. That was like not even remotely close to being as good. Town of the Dead of Night makes sense. Wait. Okay. That's what I was saying. Like, is there more guys or is it just delayed? So, technically.
I'll cut you open!
So, we won?
Oh.
Starve me out, but leads me to this hole. Bastards will never
What tobacco wrote those Templars?
Yeah, you know, thinking back, the reason why I found there are like so many things that I've only found in recent playthroughs, like that character Tom Weiss, I only found him in a more recent playthrough.
Here.
That's because when I first started playing this game, I was in college,
It's
and
the
I have
captain.
very
Are we
little
ready for
time
this?
to play games now. But,
Too long, brave Kirkwall.
but
You did not throw off all others only to fall under Ferelden influence. Leaderless, displaced, alien hands on the most basic authority. Foreign elite bleeding you.
Jevon, you disgrace yourself.
The Ferelden with the Orlesian name. Is there anyone else who so embodies how far this city has fallen?
This one is all yours, Captain.
Do they know how you sacrificed your men? How you alone disgraced your name?
Bitch! You took everything from me!
You took it from yourself. The Guard know this, and none stand with you. He stands alone. This is no rebellion. It is delusion. A joke inflicted on Kirkwall, your home and mine.
I will not be left with nothing again.
No. You shall have less.
badass. And time to fight.
That's enough!
You know, for someone who used to be a guard captain, you're very, roguelike in your fighting style. I think you'd have a sweet sword or a sword and shield. Because this isn't the first game where the fighters could wield as well. That is something that does make me sad about all Dragon Age games going forward. Fighters no longer could dual wield, but by the same token, it gives the rogues a little more unique flavor, flair, or whatever. Albeit, going toward the rogues could only have daggers, they couldn't dual wield, they couldn't have swords.
That's enough! You fool. Why would you do this? If I live to 100, I will never understand his kind.
I love that I'm a ranged attacker. I've got more blood on me than the fucking warrior. Sorry, excuse me.
Starkhaven's too pretentious for me, and Cumberland's too...
Jevon, son of a bitch. You build a good thing, work your hardest, and the past just claws at you.
Jevin failed before he started. You know this.
I do, and he doomed himself. But it smears all of the Guard. I wonder what I would do if my captain lost my respect.
Captain, we're waiting for orders.
Will you accept them?
May I speak freely? There isn't a man or woman here who wouldn't follow you through the void. Captain.
I'll take it. I need a moment, Hawk, but... there is something else. Come back and talk to me. You always say you hate commitment, but he...
I do like the reluctant
And
friendship
then
these two have.
he says, I swear I had two when I came in here. You know, those stains never came out.
You are horrible. Every inch.
You love it, big girl. And you owe me for the bottle. Hawk.
She's not so bad. Except when she is. Did you know I've been dead for 7 years? I got word last week. They only just sorted the casualties of Ostagar. The king has offered to reinstate the commission of any surviving officers who will return to Ferelden.
And?
And what?
Does this appeal matter? I thought you were sworn to Kalen.
King Alistair has apparently become something of a sensation. A champion of hope. Regardless of who has the throne, I served Ferelden. The country survives, even if Kalen didn't.
You brought it up. What's your decision?
It's been a strange time here in Kirkwall. Did Carver ever tell you about that last night at Ostagar? How it happened? I don't mean the betrayal. Everyone knows the signal went up and the flanking charge never came. But that moment when the tower lit and then... the fight just kept going. It was the oddest feeling. Hope answered with... nothing. I don't like the thought of going out with a whimper, Hawk. Not again.
Shock of shocks. You're staying.
You'd walk all over a new captain. I could never subject these men to that. Thank you for everything. I have so much because of you. I'm here for you, Hawk. And for myself.
Aveline is queen! Aveline is queen! Yeah, I think besides Fenris and the two mage characters, I really do like how everyone does become friendly with one another, you know? And again, I get it. I also get why that Fenris does frustrate people, though. Okay. That is where I am going to call it for today, because I do have a few more things I've got to do this evening. I am probably going to do an extra stream on Friday. So, it is Memorial Day here in the United States on Monday. So, my job usually gives us a half day of work before a holiday, because they're concerned that since we work construction, people's minds aren't going to be on the job, so it'll be too dangerous to keep us just working. So they give us a half day, and then I'll have Monday off. So I'm probably going to do an extra stream on Friday and some extra streams on Saturday, or on that Monday. And I might be doing some extra streams. Like, I might do 2 streams on Saturday. It just kind of depends, since Abby's going to be out of town for a good chunk of Saturday. So It just depends, because I've also got to go suit shopping for my brother's wedding. But yeah, I'm not sure when, but thank you for joining me. I'm not sure when, but I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.